The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to go up. Nice job on 1st down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Sends it back in motion. DB's right up on the receivers. Here comes the heat. Using his legs to buy some time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people open.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flex it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. To the air, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Going up top again. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Hits the afterburners. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets past the marker. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Moore. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Bringing the heat. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch on the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. One more snap coming before halftime. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Longhorns! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the tight end. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lockett. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Motion from the back. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Lagway. Caught over the middle, it's Sturdivant. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Gibson. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
With jet sweep pass. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Manning. He's looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets...
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Slips away. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
These QBs nowadays are harder than ever to get to the ground. They're so quick. They're so fast. Some of them big and strong, and they just make guys miss and keep plays alive, and they make you cover for so long. Great job by the secondary. But how about the pursuit? Reckless pursuit, just kept going, kept fighting, finally get him to the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And the Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab.